Hiram here. I got a comment from Keith Moore on that video that I made of the Fancy Feast using a Sand Wick. Keith said finding sand outside around Allentown this time of year, that could be used for that, meaning the stove. Now that's something I'd have to see. So I thought what I'd do is, a good place for sand around here is to come down to Weir's Dam. Unfortunately, the water's a little higher than I thought and a wee bit icy. Normally right there, hopefully it's in the camera, is a sandbar that I could have gotten all the sand I wanted. But I'm not going to pull a polar bear stunt and go out there. I do have another idea for some sand or grit, so let's go see if we can find it. Okay, I didn't luck out at Weir's Dam. Too much water, the sandbar was covered. So another place where I can usually find some grit and sand is at the bottom of my driveway. Hopefully it hasn't all been washed out with the rain we got a couple of days ago, but I'll set up my camera down there and we'll see what we can find. Okay, some pretty slim pickings down here. Usually this whole area is just covered in grit, but we had a rainstorm not too many days ago and it pretty much washed this out. Now, I'm not sure how much of this will be dust and how much of it will be usable grit, but we'll give it a try. Okay, so I got my grit and sand here. I was able to find some more out in the street to give me a little bit bigger supply. Of course, as soon as I go out in the street with a dustpan and brush, all kinds of cars have to come by. So I don't know what the neighbors think now, but I was able to get more of the grit. I washed it out several times until it came out clean. I do wish I had had some sort of a strainer to strain out these big pieces because they were kind of a pain. Then I put alcohol in this pan and burned it out like you'll see here to help me dry it out faster so I could put it into the stove. If I had a couple of days I could have just let it set and you know, just dry out that way, but I was trying to speed it up so I could get this done today. So I packed another stove here with the grit. I put alcohol in here. It's been setting for about 20 minutes now. Let's see what happens. See if we can light this. Ah, it lit. Good. That's a good sign. Now the flames, well, they're going yellow. They might go yellow because I have no idea what kind of garbage may be in these stones. But we do have it burning. Let's put some water on here. And you can see it's a nice flame, although it's yellow. Maybe as it goes on, the more you would use it, it might turn bluer. But at least we have heat here. Cool. So this was for Keith Moore. I wasn't able to get sand down at the stream. Too much ice and too high of water. But I was able to find something at the end of my driveway. I've had some people suggest dirt. I don't think dirt would work because I think it would just kind of cake and then just fire up like ceramics. It would solidify like a ceramic. I don't think it would remain porous for the alcohol to come through. That waving around is because I'm bending down talking right at the stove. So there you go. In a time of need, get yourself a couple of cans. If you have some alcohol, you can find stones at the end of your driveway, sand, grit. But there we go. So I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions. And as always, watch for my buddy Max. Bye now.